How's it going, friends and family, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to the Unrooted YouTube channel. In today's topic, we will be talking about day 3. Love is not selfish. Okay, if you are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really does mean a lot. So let's get into it. Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Give preference to one another in honor. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. We live in a world that is enormed with self. The culture around us teaches us to focus on our appearance, feelings, and personal desires as the top priority. The goal, it seems, is to chase the highest level of happiness possible. The danger from this kind of thinking, however, becomes painful apparent once inside a marriage relationship. If there were ever a word that basically means the opposite of love, it is selfishness. Unfortunately, it is something that is ingrained into every person from birth. You can see it in the way young children act and often in the way adults mistreat one another. Almost even sinful action, even committed, can be traced back to a selfish motive. It is a trait we hate in other people but justify in ourselves. Yet, you cannot point out the many ways your spouse is selfish without admitting that you can be selfish too. That would be hypocritical. Why do we have such low standards for ourselves but high expectations for our mate? The question is a painful pill to swallow. We are all selfish. When a husband put his interests, desires, and priorities in front of his wife, that's a sign of selfishness. When a wife constantly complains about the time and energy she spends meeting the needs of her husband, that's a sign of selfishness. But love does not seek its own. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Loving couples, the ones who enjoy the full purpose of marriage, are bent on taking good care of the other flawed human they get to share life with. That's because true love looks for ways to say yes. One ironic aspect of selfishness is that even generous actions can be selfish. If the motive is to gain bragging rights or receive a reward, if you do even a good thing to deceitfully manipulate your husband or wife, you are still being selfish. The bottom line is that you're either making decisions out of love for others or love for yourself. Love is never satisfied except in the welfare of others. You can't be acting out of real love and selfishness at the same time. Choosing to love your mate will cause you to say no to what you want. What you want, so you can say yes to what you need. That's putting the happiness on your partner above your own. It doesn't mean you can even experience happiness, but you don't negate the happiness of your spouse so you can enjoy it yourself. Love also leads to inner joy. When your priorities the well-being of your mate, there is a resulting fulfillment that cannot be duplicated by selfish actions. This is a benefit that God created and reserves for those who genuinely demonstrate love. The truth is, when you're relinquished your rights for the sake of your mate, you get a chance to love yourself to the greater purpose of marriage. Nobody knows you as well as your spouse, and that means no one will be quicker to recognize a change when you deliberately start sacrificing your wants and wishes to make sure his or her needs are met. If you find it hard to sacrifice your own desires to benefit your spouse, then you may have a deeper problem with selfishness than you want to admit. Ask yourself these questions. Do I truly want what's best for my husband or wife? Do I want them to feel loved by me? Do they believe I have their best interests in mind? Do they seem as looking out for myself first? Whether you like it or not, you have a reputation in the eyes of those around you, especially in the eyes of your spouse. But it is love reputation. Remember, your marriage partner also has the marriage of loving a selfish person. So determine to be the first to demonstrate real love to them with your eyes wide open. And when all is said and done, you'll both be more fulfilled. Do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility and mind regard one another as more important than yourself. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. Thank you for tuning in to day 3. If you enjoy, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.